What's good, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of FistFights and Foolishness. I am one of four hosts, Derek. Joining me to my right, we have Scott, we have John, we have Tyler. Welcome back. So this episode, we're going to be going over UFC 298, which goes down February 17th in Anaheim, California. Me personally, I'm really looking forward to this card. When they first started to announce it, guys, I got to admit, I was like, you know what? This does not look like an exciting card. This looks like it's going to be a pretty boring card. But you know what? As we're getting closer, they really brung this thing together. In the main event, we have Alexander Volkanovski, going up against Ilia Topuria. That is going to be an exciting fight. That's probably one of the main fights. Of course, it's the main event, but it is the main fight I'm looking forward to. Yeah. I'm really excited about that one. In the co-main event, we have Robert Whittaker coming back, off of a pretty nasty loss, fighting Paulo Acosta, who, we haven't seen Paulo in there for a while. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And then just the main card, or the whole card, honestly, is pretty exciting. Henry Cejudo, his second fight since coming back, from retirement. Yep. I'm excited to see him in there. I feel like in the first fight, it might have been a little bit of ring rust. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see what he looks like in his second fight. Right. What about you guys? What are you excited about? Ty, what about this card excites you?
Any Volkanovski fight's a great fight, right?
Oh yeah,
yes sir.
But me personally, I think I'm looking forward to the Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary a lot.
I like it. Okay.
I think their style is just gonna be like, I don't know. It's gonna make. I could say it could be fight of the night.
Ooh,
for sure.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm gonna say
That's
that.
a bold take. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian Gary is exciting, dude.
Right.
That dude is Conor McGregor 2.0.
Dude,
he's must-see TV, man.
that's what I'm saying.
Not just inside the octagon, his fighting style, but man, his personality is just electric, man.
Yeah,
it's must-see. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pick. I'm excited for that one.
100%.
For me, I would probably say the Cejudo fight excites me a lot. Just anything Cejudo, man. He's one of the GOATs in my opinion, man. Yeah, it's a big fight. It's all or nothing for him. He's going for the belt, or else, hey, I heard if he loses, he might even retire. Who knows?
Joe.
So, but that's what I'm excited to see. What about you, Scott?
Man, to be honest with you guys, this card is stacked big time, like top to bottom, even undercard. But like all 5 of these main card fights are stacked.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to all of them. I can't even pick one that I'm most interested in, but they're all even fights. Anybody can win any of these fights.
Yes.
Right.
That's what the great thing about this card. I'm excited for all of them, man. My boy Volkanovski, of course, that's my favorite.
100%.
I'm looking forward to that. That guy's that's my guy. I want to see him come back, get on in that dub column, and get back in that title hunt. Or, I'm sorry, he's the champion, but I want to see him keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Coming off of that. Moving up in weight and not working out for him, but he is the featherweight king, and I'm looking forward to him showing everybody what's up.
It's
nice.
It's crazy, right? He's the champion, right? But then it's still like he needs to get back in the win column. He needs to. It's like his redemption story, even though he's the champ. So we'll see how it plays out.
You know what though? I'll tell you though. Yeah, he of course that second fight was devastating. That was But you know what? Don't forget, he took that on short notice. The first fight, he arguably won that first fight. Against Islam. So, I still believe in Volk. I still believe like he's still, to me, one of the greatest fighters of all time. So I don't really take that too hard. It hurts to watch.
Yeah,
but I don't really take it too hard.
I didn't even know that was on short notice.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like 12 days or something, 14 days or something.
Exactly.
What?
Short notice, yeah. And of course it showed. He ate a devastating high kick and boom, lights out. But like I said, that first fight, he arguably won that fight. In my opinion, me watching that fight at the time, I felt he won. So, But let's go ahead and kick it off. So the first fight on the card, we have Anthony Hernandez taking on Ikram Aliskerov. Now this fight is exciting. I tell you what, to me though, honestly, the early favorite is Aliskerov. In my opinion, I'm taking Aliskerov in this fight. This dude is well rounded. He's got great wrestling. Sambo background. He's got great stand-up, very powerful, very quick. So he's my early favorite in this fight. Back when this guy, he actually fought Khamzat, and he stuffed every single one of his takedowns.
Yep.
Like, that's shocking to me. I mean, that tells you something. He has an excellent sambo background, but I think it's his striking. Now, Anthony Hernandez, he loves to shoot, and I could definitely see him shooting. But I can see Liskarov catching him with a knee, catching him with a kick as he's coming in. He definitely won't be able to take him down, but for sure he'll shoot. He'll definitely shoot. But I see Liskarov. I see him knocking him out in this fight. What about you, Scott? What do you think?
I'm gonna have to agree with you on Liskarov winning this fight, but again, a really good fight. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be close. It's definitely not a for sure thing for Liskarov. Really good fight. I mean, 11-2 with a no contest that he won. That was ruled a no contest because of marijuana. So he's 12-2, which is a damn good record. And he's well rounded. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm gonna favor Liskarov just by a little bit. These damn Russians, man, they're too damn good, man. You can't root against them. I'm sorry.
That's Sambo, man. Like I said, I mean, stuffing every one of Chimaev's takedowns.
And that's Khamzat.
Like that's Khamzat.
And then that
dude is ruthless.
And then he got knocked out. Is that what happened?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, man.
He did got dropped.
He did.
Hey, but he stuffed every one of them takedowns, though. he looked damn good
That's
stuffing those
a win in my
takedowns, though.
He did get finished, but I mean,
Is that a good thing that your highlight of your career is getting knocked out?
Hey, but you know what?
That's his one loss.
But
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
here,
All right.
but to bring it to this fight, that's what Anthony Hernandez loves to do. He loves to shoot, and so I feel like he really, in my opinion, Anthony really doesn't have a chance in this fight. Yeah, I see.
I just said it was an even fight.
That's your take.
That's foolishness.
That's foolishness.
Damn. Okay. I might be foolish.
Yeah, but this should be an exciting fight. Do you guys think so?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with the odds makers. Yeah, I think he's a slight. Liskarov is a slight favorite. I think. I'll say he wins unanimous decision. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fair. It's fair.
You agree with that, Ty?
I say so.
Yeah.
I say so. And I mean, his power is there.
His power's there.
He just got to work on the stand up. Just a little bit. I feel like if he perfects his stand up, then he'll be even more of a problem.
Okay,
I think so.
I see him catching Hernandez, like I said, with a knee or a head kick. I see him putting him away. Okay, so let's pivot. Let's pivot then. I mean, because this is where the bangers begin. All right, this is where the bangers. Now we get into the banger cards, right? The banger fights. We got Henry Cejudo versus Valishvili. All right, now this one's gonna be an exciting one. John, what's your early thoughts on this?
Okay, where do I start? So, I mean, obviously, this is going to be a number one contenders fight. Whoever gets the win here is moving on to fight Sugar Sean O'Malley. So, so high stakes. It's a big deal fight. Cejudo. It's all or nothing for him. He's in this to go for the belt.
Yeah.
See gold one more time before he finally retires. And yeah, he even said if he loses, he might be done. This might be it for him. So we'll see. I don't really know how to feel about that. But I think he's gonna bring it. My heart says go with that pick with Cejudo. But Valishvili is he's on the rise. He's on the rise. I think he's number 2, number 3 bantamweight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And coming off, he took out. He went to war with Marlon Moraes. That was a heck of a fight. That should be a fun one. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, no, it is. You know what? I'm actually really excited about this fight because this is a pretty close fight. It's a pretty even fight in my opinion. I think I definitely. It's hard to say, man. I'm gonna favor Cejudo in this fight. Really, my early prediction is Cejudo.
Okay,
but that's not a guarantee. I do think Cejudo. He's very quick. He's very fast. His boxing is very crisp. Merab will definitely try to shoot in. He'll definitely try to shoot in on Cejudo. But I feel like Cejudo he's short enough. And honestly, to be honest, my prediction is I could see, especially if Merab shoots in, if he shoots on him head in, I could see Cejudo landing the knee and catching Merab. you know, and KO'ing him with a knee. But either way, this is going to be a really good fight. I think Cejudo has the takedown defense to keep this standing. Now we did see him struggle a little bit against Aljamain, right? But again, I kind of feel like that was due to ring rust. And he's out of the game for a while. You know, now Merab he's a bit bigger than Aljamain. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't surprise me if he is able to take Cejudo down and keep him down. But I see Cejudo being able to keep this on the feet, and I see him being able to catch Merab with a knee or a head kick coming in. You know, I know my prediction is a little similar to the Aliskerov fight, but that's what it is. I can definitely see that. Like I said, especially if you see Merab shoot in. Now, if he shoots, if his shot, because he's definitely going to go for a single leg. It's going to be a single leg shot because Cejudo, his stance is pretty wide, right? So he likes to leave that lead leg out there. I can see Merab shooting, of course, for a single leg, but if he shoots with head on the outside, it's going to be a little bit hard for Cejudo to land that knee. But if he shoots head on the inside, I could see Cejudo landing that knee, catching him, and putting him to sleep. What about you, Ty? What do you think about this fight? But again, let me just restate. I'm sorry. My early predictions for Cejudo. So
there you go.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go Merab on this one.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Can't be mad at it.
I'll give Cejudo his flowers. What, he triple champ? Was he triple?
Well,
Nah.
triple C, yeah. And you got the bantamweight, you got the flyweight, you got that Olympic gold medal. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been a Cejudo fan like that. I haven't.
Yeah.
Triple C, triple cringe.
You know what? I'm tired of him always saying he's gonna retire. Like, if you're gonna retire, dude. If you're gonna stay. That's my take on that.
Yeah.
Well, what do you see? How do you see him? How do you see Merab winning this fight? How do you see it going down?
I think if he's gonna win, it's definitely gonna be a sub.
You think so?
I'm calling sub. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
You know, he does have that Sambo background. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to take Cejudo down and hold him down. Like I said, you know, Cejudo is getting older. He's aging for sure.
Right.
He's getting older. And like I said, you know, his last fight against Aljo, you know, Aljo was able to take him down and control him on the ground. And you know, I think Merab's a little bit bigger. But what about you, Scott? What do you say? Do you see Merab being able to take him down and hold him down? How do you see this fight going?
I'm kind of seeing it similar to what you and Johnny predicting here. I'm gonna favor Cejudo despite the age, despite the ring rust. You know, I kind of see him winning this by decision. To be honest, I just think the defensive wrestling is gonna be there.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna win this on points, and I think he's gonna. I'm you know, I guess it's the fanboy in me, but the guy for a minute there, he was arguably on that Mount Rushmore. He was headed in that direction, and then he kind of just retired early. We weren't really expecting that, and like you, I get annoyed with that constant retirement, jumping in and out of retirement. Just make up your mind, man. Don't tease us. But you know, I'm gonna favor Cejudo UD.
Nice.
I got something to say real quick about Cejudo. So I got a bold prediction here. I'm gonna go ahead and say so Cejudo, he's going to retire, but not this fight. He's going to finish Merab. He's gonna finish him.
Wow.
He's gonna finish him. He's going to face Sean O'Malley.
No.
Finish him. Win bantamweight gold.
Nice.
Whoa, bold.
And retire.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
It's
Like
happening.
that.
It's happening.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, you hear it right there.
I like it. Hey,
I see.
Hey, Sugar
I
don't
like
want that.
it. I like
He don't
the
want
prediction. That's bold.
Sugar don't want that smoke.
it. Sugar don't want it.
I got Sugar knockout.
Oh.
Tyler calling
Hey.
the fight,
Do it.
the make believe fight. I like it. Bold and bold.
I don't know how to feel about that one, man. I think I might be with Tyler on that one. I don't know. I can't see. Sean O'Malley's on a tear right now. I can't see Triple C being the one to knock him off. I can't see it.
Look, hold on, man. Look, so he was away for what, 3 years? Cejudo?
Yeah,
He comes
Hey, that
back.
plays a part, man.
He comes back. Yeah, maybe there's ring rust. He lost to who? He lost to who? Aljamain, right?
Aljo,
who was what, like top 3 pound for pound at that time? Like one of the GOAT bantamweights, really.
Yeah.
To take him to a split decision where, you know, some people, not a lot, some people thought he won the fight. You know what I mean? I thought it was close. I thought it was closer than most people did. To have that much ring rust and take Aljamain to a split decision.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I mean, that's true.
well, that's why I said it's interesting to see. You know, with this, you know, just being a second fight back, it's interesting to see how he performs. Was that ring rust, or is age playing a factor? Getting old. You know what I mean? Plus, where's his heart? You know what I mean? Does he have the heart to be in there?
Yeah, that's one thing you never know with him. If his heart's into it, if the passion is still there.
Right.
Well, because he had so much success early on. You know, winning Olympic gold early on. He's been at the top of the mountain, right? Yeah. Also, just the experience. You know what I mean? Like he's had, I think it's five straight title fights. Merab hasn't been there, right?
True.
He's faced some good guys.
It's true.
Morales, you know, a couple others, but hasn't faced the top of the top. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Dominic Cruzes and man,
Yep.
Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah.
So the title fight experience, that has to be a factor, man. So I'm gonna go with my heart. Yeah, with Cejudo.
Okay, I like it. Well, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. So we got Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal. Now this one's gonna be exciting.
I'm so excited.
Now, this one I was going back and forth on. To be honest, I'm still not 100% on who I'm gonna choose for this one. I think my early predictions. I'm gonna say Neal. I'm gonna say. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm gonna say Gary. I'm gonna say Ian Gary. I don't think that Jeff Neal is going to be the one to throw him off his streak. I think Ian Gary is a sniper. His striking is crisp, man. He's a striker. Now Jeff Neal, he's a great striker as well. Very powerful, man. He's very, very quick, great footwork. But I can't see him. I don't see him being the one. Now it's very possible. Don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. But I see Ian Gary. I see him just, you know, I don't see him losing. I don't see him taking a loss of this fight. I think his striking, like I said, he's a sniper. I see him putting Jeff Neal away. I see him being able to finish Jeff Neal in this fight. But it's going to be exciting, and honestly, it can go either way. It can go either way. What do you think, John? Do you feel the same, or are you favoring Neal?
No, I'm not favoring Neal. I'll be favoring Gary, but I think it'd be a good fight. You know, you got the experience of Neal.
Definitely.
You know, he's been in some big fights. He's fought the top guys.
Yes.
Kind of like I was with Cejudo. He's fought the top guys. He's coming off of a loss, I believe, to Shavkat, who he might be next in line for a title shot. So he lost, but he's fighting the top guys. You know, he's got some big wins. I believe he beat Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah,
did he?
Which he's also in line.
Oh yeah. Right?
So it's like
some top guys.
He's beating top guys.
Resume. Yeah.
You know, so man, so you got experience versus just the up and comer, exciting, man. I still gotta go. I'm a little I don't know, infatuated. Is that a word? Like I'm a little mesmerized. I don't know.
Okay.
Is it getting weird?
Is it getting weird?
Ian Gary, I think he's the guy. Look, pure entertainment, right? They call him the Future.
Right.
I like it.
If you got the nickname the Future, dude, I'm in. I'm all in.
I'm all in too.
Take my money. Hey, I'm betting. I'm putting my chips all in on Ian Gary.
And he's undefeated, right?
He's undefeated. Yeah. What about you, Scott? What do you think?
I agree with both of you guys once again.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, you're going Gary. Yeah,
I am.
Just that last fight was so freaking devastating, man. He just made Neil Magny look like ass. Like,
Dude.
he made a vet. Neil Magny's no slouch. I mean, he's, you know, obviously he's like a gatekeeper guy, but man, he made him look terrible.
Yeah.
Those leg kicks are just brutal. He's got that judo background. That boxing is crisp. I really like Gary in this fight. I think this might be I might be favoring Gary the most out of all these fights in this fight. That's just my opinion. It's another close one, but going Gary. I'm going with it's tough. I can't really make a prediction on it, whether it be a finish or a decision, but I'm going to lean towards Gary.
I like it.
Nice.
Yep.
Tyler?
Again, I'm calling fight of the night. I'm saying that early.
I like it.
Definitely fight of the night, and I don't know. I feel like maybe it's gonna be a war. I can see a war because they both are strikers.
Yeah.
Right. It's not going to the ground.
Nope.
Nah.
I don't see it.
So yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna go Gary as well. But I think I'm gonna say that's what.
Finish
I'm
him.
Right. I want to see it. I want to see a finish, but I'm gonna call decision.
Decision. Okay.
For sure.
Great fight though.
For sure.
Banger.
Great fight.
You know, I actually have a little bit of a judo background myself.
Really?
What you know about a judo chop? What you know about that?
I just know I don't want to feel it.
Punishments.
The judo
Hey,
chop.
don't you guys dare suggest that.
judo
We'll
chop.
talk about
That's
later.
foolish.
The full strength judo chop to the neck.
Judo chop. Please stop. There is no judo chop in judo.
Dude, to the chest.
Ric Flair chop to the
What about
chest.
what do you know about that Puerto Rican judo? What you don't know? You don't know if I got a gun. You don't know if I got a knife. That's that Puerto Rican judo.
Wow.
Well, hey, with that, let's go ahead and move on, man. It's not Puerto Rican. It's the Australian versus the Brazilian. All right. We have Robert Whittaker taking on Paulo Costa. This middleweight bout. Now, this is another one that's going to be exciting. Me personally, I'm gonna favor Robert Whittaker in this fight. Now I know his last fight, he's coming off of a knockout to DDP. That's DDP for one. But at the same time, man, I kind of feel like Robert Whittaker was just having a bad night. But Robert Whittaker, man, to me in this fight, he's the more well-rounded fighter. He's got the wrestling ability if he needs to use that. I think he has the fight IQ. I think he's just the all around better fighter. Now we've seen Paulo Costa. He's coming off of that ugly fight. Now he did win, but it was an ugly fight. Against Luke Rockhold. That just did him no favors, in my opinion.
Right.
I see him getting taken out in this fight. I definitely see Robert Whittaker winning. I'm still torn on how he's going to win, but I definitely see him winning. I'm going to give that. I think it's going to be an easy win for him. Even on the feet, I see him giving Paulo Costa fits on the feet. You know what I mean? He just keeps that jab in his face. Feints, and I could see Paulo Costa getting frustrated in this fight, coming forward, winging punches, and I can see him easily getting taken down. I can see him easily getting knocked out. I mean, I think this is going to be an easy fight for Robert Whittaker, in my opinion. John, well, I mean, would you say you agree on that, or what do you think? What's your
Agree
take
that it's
on
going to
that?
be an easy fight. That's
easy
kind of
fight.
a bold take right there. An easy fight.
I think it's an easy one. For
Wow. No, I like it. Well, I don't know if I'd agree that it's an easy fight, but yeah, I would favor Whittaker. I agree with what you said. He's way more well-rounded. He can take him down if need be. Just way more versatile.
Yeah.
Then again, Paulo Costa, he's at one point, I don't know if he's that guy anymore, but at one point, this was a scary, huge, big ball of muscle middleweight who was a problem for anybody, right?
Yep.
Nobody wanted to fight him, right? He was that guy until he came across Izzy, right?
Yeah.
And he got humbled by Izzy,
Humble,
right?
to say the least.
But yeah. And same with Whittaker. Is he that guy, that he once was? He's coming off of that loss to he felt the bang. He felt the bang from DDP.
Valid question.
You know what I'm saying?
Can we get up?
He felt that bang from DDP. And but no, I would definitely favor Whittaker. Both these guys fought Marvin Vettori. Whittaker beat Vettori, and Paulo Costa lost to Vettori. So I mean, that's just like kind of, for me, it's simple math, guy math. I don't know what you want to call that, guy math,
MMA math,
MM math, MMA math. But no. So for those reasons, I'll say Whittaker. I don't know if he gets the knockout. I would just say probably unanimous decision. But yeah, I'll go Whittaker.
Now MMA math, to me, MMA math never works.
Yeah,
never works.
Don't put your money on it.
What about you, Ty? Do you think MMA math? What do you think? What do you got your favorite?
I
in
mean,
this fight?
like Johnny said, he was on a tear when he first came around. But once he hit that high level competition, it kind of like he folded.
For sure.
Because everyone after Izzy was like high level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, he just hasn't been the same since. So I'm definitely going Whittaker. Definitely more technical for sure.
Definitely. Yeah. More
Yeah.
technical for sure. I agree with that. I just say more well rounded.
Yeah.
Scott, do you agree with that take?
Yeah. Just reacting to what Johnny said about Costa being this beast a few years back, I'll be the first to admit I was on that
I was too.
Costa bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
didn't think Izzy had a chance to beat him. I was way off on that one. Man, never been more off on a fight, which is why I can never back Paulo Costa ever again, ever. And I will not back him on this fight. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say easy fight. I'm not going to go that far.
Okay.
I will agree with you guys. Whitaker is the more well-rounded. He's more technical. He's just better overall. Costa can still catch him. He's what's he, 12-2? He's 12-2. You know, a couple losses to Izzy, you know, Vittori. But I'm gonna give him a chance. He did not look great against Rockhold in that last fight. I know he won the fight. Rockhold was way past his prime. He should have stuck to that underwear modeling crap. Like, let's be real. Like, Rockhold had no business being in that octagon, but he showed heart. Another fan favorite of mine from back in the day, fighting out of San Jose, of course. But
AKA.
I'm gonna go with Whitaker. I'll go decision. I feel that's a pretty safe pick. He does win by decision quite a bit. I'm gonna go Whitaker decision. UD.
Well, it looks like I was the only one that really had the controversial take in this fight. But
Yeah.
no, I'm going to stick with I think it's going to be pretty easy for Whitaker.
You're saying he finishes him?
I do. I say he finishes him. Okay. Now, it's going to be tough. Don't get me wrong, but I say he finishes him. No, Costa, he's big. He's strong. Yeah. But I think Whitaker he's just a better fighter all around. He's got the speed. I think like I said, I see him frustrating Paulo Costa, and I see him putting him away. That's just, that's my prediction.
Yeah. But, especially if it gets into the later rounds. Is it a 3-round fight?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why UD for me.
If it was a 5-round fight, I would definitely favor Whitaker, like 100%. A 3-round fight, maybe 70%.
But he was sloppy against Rockhold, though, right?
You
can't be sloppy with Whitaker.
No, you can't. Not with him.
Nope.
No, sir.
No, not at all. And but either way, I think it'll be an exciting fight for sure. But I just see Whitaker being able to handle him pretty easy, But now, with that said, moving to the main event. Now, this main event, this is a pretty close fight. Now, don't get me wrong, Volkanovski, that's my guy. Volkanovski is my guy. Love him to death. But this is a close fight. I think this is closer than a lot of people will give it credit. Volkanovski taking on Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria, man, is extremely well rounded. I mean, this guy, he can fight you anywhere. He's got great stand-up. He's got great wrestling. He's got great Brazilian jiu-jitsu. This is going to be a tough fight for Alexander Volkanovski. Now, I am going to favor Alexander Volkanovski. I mean, this guy, he's unbeaten at featherweight. I mean, this guy's won all his fights. I think it's 16 fights at featherweight. You know what I mean? In and outside of the UFC. I think in the UFC, I think he's 11 fights, 11 fight win streak at featherweight. He's unbeaten. So I can't say that I can't go against him. It's hard for me to go against Volkanovski. 100%. But this is a tough fight. Like I said, I am favoring Volkanovski, but I would not be surprised if Ilia Topuria takes this fight, man.
Blasphemy! Don't say that.
I know. Trust me, I know, man. But this is gonna be a tough one. But I am favoring Alexander. I mean, you can't pick against this guy until I see him lose at 140. I just can't. I can't pick against him. John, what about you? What do you think? Are you taking the favorite, Alexander, or how do you feel about Topuria in this fight?
Well, I think of all the fights on the main card, this was the one for me that was the hardest to decide.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As much as my heart says, Volkanovski, just from all he's done, the experience, the elite level experience versus the up and comer. Still, seeing what this guy can do, he's a problem. He's a problem. He's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like Derek said, he's versatile, can do it in many ways. I believe his first 7 fights he won by sub, and not just rear naked choke. He mixes it up with anaconda, freaking guillotine. He had 4 or 5 different submissions in those 7 wins.
First 7 wins,
right? So that's kind of his background, right? But then, so I think early on, like 7 years old, he started doing practicing Greco-Roman wrestling, right? And then got his black belt in jiu-jitsu at like 15. So
it's nuts.
And then, so after those first 7 fights, he goes on and knocks out, finishes, I think, 4 of his next 5 fights. So he's not just a grappler, a submission artist. He's a Swiss Army knife.
Yes.
The guy's a problem.
Absolutely.
Wow. I like that analogy,
Right?
John.
So, yeah, he could definitely be a problem. One thing about him, though, is I've seen that he takes a lot of damage. Right? He's very aggressive. He comes forward and
So true.
he takes a lot of risks.
Yeah.
Right? And so when you're taking those risks, a lot of the times it opens yourself up to,
sure.
put you in vulnerable positions. Opens you up to take big shots.
Right.
So I think one thing that came to mind was in his previous fights, I was seeing his legs getting beat up.
Yeah.
And I think Volkanovski needs to channel his 2019 Volk.
I like it.
He needs to channel that.
I likes that.
Right? 2019. Right? Not just strategically, but the mindset, right? 2019, he's about to fight Max Holloway for the first time. Right? So I got something to prove here.
Yeah.
And he does. Right now he does.
Oh, absolutely.
He has something to prove. He needs to prove that he's still that guy. He's still him. Right? Coming off that big loss to Islam, he has something to prove. He's not done. He's still the guy. Right? So
I don't know, man. That beatdown of Yair Rodriguez was pretty convincing.
that was at featherweight, he's dominated. Yair Rodriguez dominated. Brian Ortega dominated. Right? Beat Max Holloway, one of the GOATs, beat him 3 times.
3
right?
times is crazy.
But dude, the first fight against Islam, he arguably won that fight.
See?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But
He won that fight.
I disagree. I
Really?
Yeah, I said he lost. But again, channeling that 2019 Volk, right? Also strategically, where I think he needs to attack Ilia Topuria's leg, right? That lead leg.
Yeah.
Right. You take away the base of Topuria, that's going to take away the power, right? You can't really lean on that leg. You can't. What's the word? You can't
put
step
too much
into
weight.
it. You know what I mean? You can't step into those punches. You're losing a lot of power. So you go after that base of Topuria, then I think that's going to be half the battle. Again, in that first Max Holloway fight, that proved to be the difference maker. Was those leg kicks? They came early and often, and that was the game changer. So I think if he does that, sticks to that, I want to favor him, but at the same time, I'm about 50-50 right now.
yeah. Yeah. I agree. This is a close one. This is a tough one to choose. Scott, do you have an early prediction for the? Do you have who are you leaning with?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Well, you guys all know I'm a huge Volk fan. That's
Right. I think
It's my number one favorite fighter currently. I just love the fight IQ, the overall everything, the wrestling, the striking. But that IQ is top notch, and you don't think he's watching videos and seeing exactly what Johnny was describing there regarding the kicks and stuff like that. He's on it. I agree with Derek that first Islam fight, he won that fight for sure.
Foolishness.
Second fight, he took short notice. Overly confident maybe. It's never a good idea to fight a champion who's in a higher weight class on short notice. That's just silly. That's foolishness. My boy was foolish on that day.
Yeah.
But I see Volk winning this fight. It's tough to predict how, whether it be decision, finish. I could see both of those as an option. Topuria is a stud. He's a freaking beast. The way he tooled Josh Emmett that last fight, man, this guy, he's a beast. That's all I can say. He's well-rounded, black belt jiu-jitsu, great striking. Does take damage from the fights that I've been watching. And Volk is going to be on top of it. He's going to come back strong. He's going to be so prepared. I see Volk coming out with the dub.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's a great take. I mean, it's you just never know with this fight. You never know. I mean, Ty. I mean, this literally, honestly, this fight could go either way. Really I mean, Topuria is a hell of a challenger. What do you think about it? How do you see this fight going?
Well, I'm a Volk fan, obviously.
Yeah,
too, right?
absolutely.
I feel like everyone is. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. That 14-0 record is you don't see that really that often anymore.
Yeah.
Undefeated perfection record? Nah. I feel like that alone is scary.
And the featherweight, yeah. Yep.
So I want to say Volk. I want to.
Okay.
And I feel like it's definitely gonna be decision.
You think so? Okay, you see this going to a decision. Okay. Yeah, no, that I hear you, man. I mean, like I said, there's really no wrong answer in this one. I mean, it's a close one, Johnny.
Also, I just want to add, so talking about how dangerous Topuria is, again, the submissions, the stand-up, in his Josh Emmett fight, he proved he can go 5 rounds. Because before that, he was finishing every opponent within 1 or 2 rounds, right? So we didn't know. And then he went on to fight. When I started taking him serious, when he fought Bryce Mitchell, who ranked, I think, 10th, ranked 10 in the division.
Right.
Who Mitchell gave him some, gave him a fight.
Yeah. He
gave him a fight. He ended up getting the sub in the second round. And then when he fought Josh Emmett, man, that was a hell of a fight. If you haven't watched it, you should go and watch that fight.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
he took a beating. They went to war.
They did.
Right?
But you know what though? In my opinion, he put on a clinic in that fight. He was giving it to Elliott. That was a back and forth. That was a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Topuria was definitely on top. He put on a stand up clinic, in my opinion, and that's what's crazy. Like you said, he started his career 7 straight submissions, but as his career progressed, you seen his stand up progress like crazy.
Yeah.
And it really showed in that last fight against Emmett, man. His stand up, I mean, it was great. His calf kicks they looked amazing. I mean, he put on a clinic, in my opinion, but what a hell of a fight. I like that you brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, one more thing I need to say is Topuria, he's only fought, as far as the elite level,
Really?
he's only fought a couple of ranked guys. So for me, there's still a small sample of what he can do. He looks damn good, right? He's exciting. He's dangerous. He's a problem. But then again, Volkanovski, he's been there and he's done that over and over and
Even
over.
went up.
Right? Imagine if he never went up. Dude, he'd be looked at as the GOAT right now,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
But look,
Absolutely.
the guys that he's beaten. I mean, Max Holloway, not once, not twice, 3 times. 3 times.
That's
right?
impressive.
Could say he already is a GOAT.
Right.
Could. It's arguable.
Man. So I think just the elite level, the championship experience, fighting the top guys is what could give him the edge in this one.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. I tell you, man, I'm excited for this one. This main event is going to be a banger. This is going to be a dang good fight. This whole fight card from top to bottom, it's stacked. I mean, even the undercard. Some great fights on there. One person I want to give a shout out real quick on the undercard, Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern taking on Lemos. Like, listen, this is she's you got to give it. She's brave for taking this fight. Lemos have an amazing stand up. We're seeing Mackenzie Dern coming off of a knockout loss to oh man, I'm blanking on her name. She just came off it's Jessica Andrade. I mean, Andrade put a beating on her. You know what I mean? And so honestly, man, I think Lemos I think she's ranked number 4 in this division, I believe. And Mackenzie Dern, she's ranked number 8. Now this is a huge opportunity for her to not only get back into the win column, but also put herself up in the top 5. I mean, this is a hell of a fight. It's gonna be. I'm actually excited for this one. I might actually tune into this one as well. It's on the undercard. I might actually tune into this one as well. But I got to give a shout out to Mackenzie Dern because this is you got to give her credit for taking this fight. This is brave and this is bold of her. So that's one of the undercard fights that I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I like it. I'm excited for that too. That fight is really worthy of making the main card.
I was hoping it was on the main card.
I think Sean Strickland might have been playing matchmaker for this pay-per-view.
Yo.
He said, Dana, I want no part of this.
Right?
Yo,
I was really hoping that was on the main card, but it ended up being on the undercard. But I'm really excited for that. Also excited to see Justin Taffa as well. He's a big hitter, man. But yeah, no matter what, this card is going to be stacked. We're going to be here for it. We're going to be tuned in. We're going to be watching it. We hope that you guys watch along with us. This is going to be a banger. And remember, we will get our predictions in. The night of the fight is when we will get our exact predictions in. Who wins, what round, and by what what way they win, how they win. And the loser, he's gonna have a punishment. We want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? What would you like to see us do? The loser, the fourth, the third, and the second place.
Oh man,
what would you like to see that punishment be? We would love to hear your suggestions. Just go ahead and drop them down in the comments section. We will be choosing the craziest, the funniest, because this is fist fights, and foolishness. So we want the craziest things that you guys can think of. So let us hear it.
Just don't
Post
hurt
them
me.
in the comments.
please,
Don't hurt me.
please.
I'm fragile. I'm just gonna throw that out there so the viewers know I'm fragile. So be gentle.
I'm fragile too, but I'm here to put on a show for the fans. So
Yeah, I'm taking it serious too.
feel free to
I'm
hurt
definitely
us.
taking it serious.
Make sure you guys hit that like button.
Don't forget, hit that subscribe button.
Drop a comment down below.
And ding that notification bell.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Fish Fights and Foolishness. Till next time.
We're out.
That's foolishness.